Hello again, coming at you with Dead by Daylight again because my Wi-Fi sucks. Maybe I should just stream Fallout 4 because I'm not having to deal with people online and it's just me, myself, and I. And I mean, seriously, my Wi-Fi extender has one job, and that's to make sure that my Wi-Fi... I just call it whatever. And unfortunately, some of you know that I actually stream on PS4, so... I mean, hey, if you ever need someone to play with, hit me up. It's, Zeke Von Genbu. Just look me up, and, we can become friends. We can play, Modern Warfare, Dead by Daylight, or if you have any other games that are multiplayer that I have, we can, hang out and chill. Alright, let's try this again. I'm gonna bring a sealed envelope just because I can. I think we'll just keep it as is. So anyway, while we're searching for a match, how are you all doing today? Actually, knowing that the match is gonna take a while, so why don't we check out the store? See what's new. Yeah, I know there's nothing there for him. Ah, the champion of Olympus. No. Oh, just those. Well, at least the clown has some new things. That looks creepy. We're not getting that. Oh, right. The Oni has some new outfits. We could mess with this. Unfortunately, there's been, well, nothing new. So let's get back to a new match. Actually, instead of playing Survivor, let's play as the killer. And you know what? Instead of playing as, you know, my usual stealth character, the pig. Let's see, honoring his family's name was never enough for Kazan Yamakoa. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not Japanese. You guys know this. I'm Irish. I'm an Irish American that speaks 3 different languages. Japanese is not one of them. He wanted to surpass his father's reputation and end what he saw was as the thinning of the samurai culture, with farmers often posing as samurai. His father tried to turn Kazan's attention to more noble pursuits, but Kazan refused to heed his advice, and borrowing his father's katana, he embarked on a dark pilgrimage to prove his worth and rid Japan of imposters. Ignoring the code that had been taught to him, Kazan killed imposters in the hills and the valleys, on the beaches and in the woodlands. The killings were brutal, cruel, and morbid. He humiliated farmers and warriors alike, yanking off their top knots and stripping them of their armor. His rage, bloodlust, and perverse sense of honor knew no bounds. Monks believed that he was possessed by something dark and otherworldly and cursed him, while a noble lord began to call him Oni Yamakoa, the rageful samurai, an insult both to Kazam and his family. Determined to redeem his family's name, Kazan now butchered anyone who dared call him Oni Yamakoa. This insult confused him. He had defeated the best, and he had purified the samurai class by ridding the land of impostors. How could anyone refer to him as an ogre? Had it been because he had marched into a battlefield to cut down the fiercest warriors? Had it been because he had taken a kimono and bashed hundreds of skulls with it? Or had it been because of his need to secure a trophy from his victims? It didn't matter. Being called an ogre was more than he could bear. And an ominous voice in his head urged him to strike down the lord who had discriminated who had discreated his name. Yeah, English is not working with me. As Kazan made for the Lord's Town, he suddenly found himself face to face with a samurai, standing in a dirt road blocking his way. Kazan readied his kamabo without a word. The samurai attacked and quickly secured the upper hand. But he hesitated. With a devastating blow, Kazan crushed the samurai's head and cracked his helmet. As Kazan approached the fallen samurai, he saw his father's face and staggered back to his haunches. His father stared at Kazan with mingled shame and regret as he issued his last breath. Kazan closed his eyes and screamed in agony until he could scream no more. But when he opened his eyes again, his father was gone. Not only had he killed his father, but he had allowed thieves to steal his body for armor. Bitter, lost, and disillusioned, Kazan roamed the land aimlessly with his father's voice rattling in his head, taunting him, reminding him of his failures, sending him into fits of uncontrollable black rage. One day, walking in the woods, Kazan happened upon an Oni statue. He stopped and stood motionless for a long moment. The weathered and overgrown statue seemed to have been ridiculing him, accusing him of being the imposter samurai he had so definitely sought to destroy. Kazan took the laughing voice into his head and half remembered the Lord who had ridiculed him as Oni Yamakoa. With renewed anger, Kazan journeyed to a town high up on a snowy mountain where the Lord resided. A dozen samurai met Kazan at the gates of the town. A dozen samurai fell to his kamabo. His speed and match were on strength. His rage was incomprehensible. Covered in blood and gore, Kazan battled through the town and soon found the Lord hiding in a villa. He dragged him out of a cabinet, sliced his tendon to immobilize him, and watched him beg and squirm like a dog. Without hesitation, brutal. He thrust his fist into the Lord's mouth and yanked out the wicked tongue that had discredited his name. Satisfied, Kazan exited the villa to find himself surrounded by a dozen farmers wielding rusted scythes, sharp pitchforks, and heavy clubs. He survived the first few assaults, but there were too many attackers coming from every direction. Within moments, Kazan was on the ground staring at a cold, indifferent, darkening sky as the farmers took turns stabbing and torturing the Oni who had butchered their beloved lord. The frenzied mob dragged Kazan into a small stone mill to continue the torture and finally left him to die a slow, agonizing death. When they returned to the mill was filled with a strange black fog, and Kazan's body and the kamabo were nowhere to be found. It was the beginning of a dark legend about a rageful Oni haunting the town. That's a long backstory. guess we just wait for a match. Or maybe it's too early for people to be playing Dead by Daylight. In all honesty, when you watch him, it makes you feel bad for him. Like, there's just a voice in his head just fucking tormenting him. Well, 2, maybe 3. Well, hopefully we find a match soon. Rust and blood. Deadly Pursuit. Well, I'm just gonna put my controller down, sit back, and just wait for a match. You know, now looking at that sword that he has, if you get hit with that, I'm pretty sure that you're gonna contract like 14, like a bunch of blood. If you get hit with that sword, you're probably gonna contract like 14 different bloodborne diseases. And that wound's not gonna heal for like weeks. I'm just gonna keep drinking this energy drink. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, well, my energy drink of choice now is Bang. It's the Cherry Blade Lemonade. Now you're all... And it's actually not that bad. It's not like Monster or any of those other energy drinks. This one actually, like the recent ones that I've all had, that all leave you with kind of bitter aftertaste. Because this isn't made just by some random company. This is made by the people that make the legendary Red Line energy products. They know what they're doing. Oh, it's taking so long. You know, actually, I have a funny story for all of you. So, this screen right here, a long time ago, I actually had, like, way before this game was even developed, I had a premonition about this game and about this exact screen. And I remember this now as if it was like, this was like back in like 2012 when this game wasn't even a concept yet. But I remember seeing this exact screen, that exact wiggling body in a dream of mine. Like, I don't know what, but I somehow, I don't even know why, but I had somehow in my dream premonitionally predicted the Silent Hill chapter of this game without even knowing it. And I don't know why, but I didn't know what this game was. I didn't know that it hadn't existed. But I had a dream about this, and I was like, it's like, I know I was like, I feel like I've seen this somewhere, but I haven't. And now that I'm here and I see this screen, I'm like, oh, I see where I remember this from. And it was like a weird time. I was like, there's like this game, and I'm like, I can't remember what it was because I was just an idiot middle schooler, and this wasn't a concept yet. Like, I predicted this chapter back in 2012 in a dream, and I didn't know what it was. Oh, hey, a badge! Finally! Alright, just checking, see if this is Swift. Let's check my ping. Oh, it's really low. Yeah, it fluctuates. And now it's high again. I'm pretty sure that these two are like a Swift. Or maybe I got a bunch of baby survivors. I'm like, I hope I have a bunch of baby survivors. If I did, I'm gonna be like, oh, these poor fuckers. They don't know what's about to hit them. They're getting hit with a level 1 Oni. And it's gonna suck. And I don't have any of my good perks, so I'm just running one that I'm like, yes, this is good. The Thompson house. So, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to these... Ooh. Might get the fuck out of here. Okay, so that match, that last match wasn't the best, but we survived we sacrificed 2 survivors as a level 1 Oni. That's good. Well, that's nice of them to turn the AC on. I might as well take this jacket off, because in the morning here, my room is very, very cold. But the later it gets into the day, it's gonna start heating up. Hex third seal. That's gonna come into handy if I decide to do Ghostface. You know, actually, there's a story. When I started playing Dead by Daylight, which was on my Nintendo Switch, we recently got that. The first killer I played as was actually Michael Myers, just for the iconic, just to be like, you know, a bit of an icon. First cut. Pipe. Actually, let's play as a killer that we've never done. The Wraith. Yes. And this is one of the outfits that you can actually get from the Rift. I know, looks pretty neat. Ready up, boys! We got survivors to mangle. Oh, right. We should probably equip some perks. And we'll equip Shadowborn. You're probably like, why aren't you equipping Predator or Bloodhound? Well, I'll tell you why. You know, we'll equip Bloodhound or... You know, we'll equip Predator, just because. No add-ons, no offerings, so we're starting from scratch here. I'd post this to Instagram or Snapchat, but yeah, I'm not that vain. And in all honesty, about Bang, I know I'm going off of a tangent, but you'd be surprised. It's actually, if you look inside the can, it's actually clear. It's not some different color or doesn't have anything else. It's just clear. It doesn't need a gimmick, doesn't need a color. It's just nice, clear, looks like water. Tastes better than any energy drink that you'll ever have, but there are a few things that you need to know. You shouldn't drink this if you're under 18, because it's not meant for people under 18. Ugh, there's not enough survivors on for me to be playing this. Ding, dong, ding. Well, I'm just gonna put this down and wait for a match. In all honesty, I actually can't wait for crossplay. That way, if I hop on one day, I'll play against people on different consoles: Xbox, Switch, PC. Instead of having to, you know, wait for people to be like, hey, I feel like playing Dead by Daylight today. Because right now, on console, you're limited to your own console. You're probably wondering, it's like, wait, why did you go so silent? I'm just checking my phone. Alright, who am I up against? Alright, a bunch of standards. I'm just gonna check their profile. We sound so fucking terrifying. Trust me, if any of you say it's like, oh, I could easily survive Dead by Daylight. No! No the fuck you won't. Because the killers, they don't need an ebony memento mori to kill you. They don't need to be easy on you. They'll track you down. It's like it's like in a closed map like this, the generators are gonna be fucking loud as hell. It's like whoever's hunting you, they're gonna find you. And it's not gonna be a good day. No, there better not be another friggin'... Oh, yes. Surely you saw this coming, Megan! Nope. Nope. Come on. How? How did you lose to me? It's... P, you had to disconnect. I feel bad. I got a bunch of baby survivors. Well, except for you. It's a rule of my own. Every time I get baby survivors, I give them perks because I mean, I feel bad. Like I literally just squad wiped them without trying. And it's like, why? I mean, at least one of them knew. At least some of them were smart and they knew how to loop a killer, but I'm like, you're playing against the Wraith. Oh, the pig, the hangman's trick. Alright, for this match we have to play as the Hag. The Abomination! Oh, hell no! If I saw that coming at me, I'd be like, nah! Nah, no! No, leave me alone! Powdered eggshell. Okay, for our perks. You know what? We're gonna run Ruin. If I get that same team of baby survivors again, I'm gonna be like, really, kiddos? I'm like, they were just idiots, and I was like, why? Why are you idiots? I mean, they let one of their teammates get to death hook. Like, I mean, they're not idiots, it's just, I'm too good of a killer. Well, I'm gonna check my phone a bit. We'll see what's new on social media. I'm sorry. What? No, I'm, why? I'm like, why? Why would you invite me to that kind of thing? I should really get a bigger shelf for all my pop figures. Teleport to a phantasm trap 4 times as the Hag. Complete this in a single trial. I'm gonna place them around, you know, nearby generators. Or the generators that I Or the generators that are nearby me. Actually, what are my dailies? Actually, is there anything here? You know what? I'll do that. Because that's an extra 25. So, from what I'm seeing here, they're planning to have, like, maybe... Where the hell did I put... Oh, there it is. They're planning to have maybe, like, 10 tomes. The rift is complete, which is nice. And then again, you're all like, oh, you probably just bought all this. I mean, you might be right. You might be wrong. Maybe I just did a lot of farming in my off time. Right of the Dark Within. With the shape, level up even within 4 times. Back to social media. Eh. Yeah, not many survivors on it this time, and it's only... I mean, it's only 10 in the morning, so... There are certain things that people shouldn't do on social media. And then there's ones that I'm like, why are you doing this? Why would you do this? I don't know who this native sparrows thinks they are, but I'm not gonna say what I need. Actually, no, screw it. I'm gonna say what I want to say. They need to get shot. Because they're stupid. And idiots infuriate me. Oh hey, we have a match. I'm like, at least this will distract me from everything else. We just got a massive millisecond spike. I hope y'all are ready. Okay, let's do this. Pulling this up, making sure that no one's stream sniping. Because they are, I'll turn this... I will turn this... It's like, I will turn this broadcast off and I will make sure that you can't stream snipe. I've actually used that tip a couple of times when I'm healing up. The Ormond Resort. Oh! Watch as I got a 4-man Swift. Called it! Called it! If I had played Hag that round, I would have fucking brutally lost. You know, I would go for, you know, pasta Lethal. You know, I think I'm gonna call it for today. Anyways, guys, this has been Thunderbolt Zeke. I'll see you all in the next episode. Peace.